Hello, Mackham Cabby here, how you doing? On this Thursday the 15th of February. Just done a Manchester run. I'm back in Carlisle now, and the weather is just like our performance last night. Absolutely awful, to say the words. Awful. I mean, Huddersfield Town now have done the double over us within the space of a couple of months. I mean, that's just shambolic. It really, really is. I mean, if Beale had won any fans over on Saturday when we beat Plymouth, my God, he's lost them now, hasn't he? He's lost them and some with that performance. You know, as the first half went on, I was thinking, like, well, you know what I mean, we'll give the lads a chance. That was the second half, and of course we were calamitous goal we give away. And I was still a bit optimistic. I thought, well, the way we played against Plymouth, surely Sunderland will get into another gear in the second half. Well, did it happen? We had to wait until the 89th minute before I think it was Patrick Roberts that ran into the box, and we actually looked dangerous for the first time. And it's just so frustrating, especially for all, like, the fans. I mean, I looked behind the goal, there was thousands of Sunderland fans down there on a Wednesday night and all to watch that. I mean, there's something must be going on in the club behind the scenes, because it's like the players know something. Do you know what I mean? Is the club about to sell up again or what? Or something? I don't know, because I can't get my head round why every single player on that pitch last night just looked absolutely uninterested. Etwa couldn't string two passes together. There was a chance in the first half where there was one of our lads, I think it was Clark on the left, he was free. All Etwa had to do was just play the ball to him, and he didn't. Straight to the defender, the pass was short, and he was doing this all night. I just kind of... It was just the body language of the players. They were just, like, shrugging around. It's like, I cannot be bothered. Like, to hell with all the thousands of Sunderland fans that's just come down. Thousands of millions of fans watching them all over the place, all over the world. I could not be asked to play, was the attitude of them players last night. And I'm not having anybody saying, you know, like Gary Bennett was saying, oh, they're tired and all that. Oh, hell with that, man, hell with that. I'm not having that. No chance. I mean, Huddersfield, they weren't pretty, man, do you know what I mean? That's what makes it worse. I mean, you can tell they're a poor side, but we did absolutely nothing. Once again, we were going forwards, and then we seemed to stop at the halfway line and then start to pass sideways and backwards. Our corners, we started taking short corners, and then seconds later it was back with our goalkeeper or back with their defence, and then Huddersfield were coming away with it. Woman, what's all that about? I mean, once again, when Clark's getting singled out, we're a lost cause. When Clark hasn't got the rein, we are a lost cause. And I've said this how many times. And I was just trying to get a little smidgen of hope, the fact, like, is this Beale turning it around? Are we turning a corner? Is he going to start getting the fans back and stuff? But if that is what you're producing, Beale, then get out. It's as simple as that, because I ain't watching that. I am not watching that week in, week out, because that is just absolute awful. I was talking to a Rangers fan today, and he says, I'm not surprised. He says, how bad you were. He says, you were the only team that let me down in the coupon. And I told him, I says, you should have watched it. I says, it was the worst football I've seen us play. He says, I'm not surprised you've got Beale. So if that's what he's coughing up, I don't know. I mean, some people are saying we're sugarcoating the win against Plymouth and all that, but I thought the second half, we didn't do too bad. But it was just the lack of trying, the lack of effort put in by each and every one of them Sunderland players. It was saying like, who was your man of the match? Couldn't say. And I still can't say it today. And I'm not just spitting me dummies out because I'm a Sunderland fan. I honestly cannot say who man of the match was. I'll give it to the guy who puts the corner flags in at Huddersfield Town, whatever. I don't know. I just couldn't think of anyone. We were just predictable. I mean, I was doing my live stream yesterday. I was talking to the lads. About baking cakes and vinegar sandwiches and all that kind of. We were talking about anything about the match apart from the match, because that's how crap the game was. That's how uninteresting it was. I mean, KLD, if you're looking at that and if you think that is acceptable football, you got another thing coming. And I know we're only a point or 2 points away from the playoffs, but as far as I'm concerned, forget the playoffs. We aren't get the playoffs, and I'm not talking mathematically. I'm just talking about the quality of our side, the way we going on, and the way we play. Kiss the playoffs goodbye. I think Sunderland are looking at 10th, 11th, 12th position this season because they're clearly incapable of putting a few wins together. They cannot finish off mediocre teams the majority of the time, and I've wiped me. To me, the season's finished as far as I'm concerned. But the playoffs is gone. You know, we'll have another season in this league next season. Yeah, I know you might be saying, no, you're being a defeatist and this and that and the other. Do you know what I mean? We're only a few points behind, but it's not about the points. It's about how Sunderland play and how they are and how they're set up as a team. And we've got Beale as a coach. We're just not capable enough of getting points or even a point. Coventry City, they were behind, but they fought back and they got a point. We couldn't do it. We could have played another game and we wouldn't have scored last night. And to me, we're just a mid-table, below mid-table side, and I think we've got a worse squad now than what we had last season, especially with Diallo Dops. We haven't got him anymore. Diallo, we're missing him like we're hole in the head, and don't mean to sound too defeatist and stuff, but I think it's the truth. It's people say, oh, if we beat Birmingham, blah blah blah, we'll be all right. And I know the roller coaster of a ride you get with Sunderland, but I'm honestly writing the season off. I mean, disagree with me in the comments if you want. You think I'm being too negative, but they've done that too many times this season, Sunderland. And if you're wanting the playoffs, you've got to put a few greens on the results, on the list. Greens meaning win, red meaning loss, and the amber colour on these score apps meaning a draw. It's just like a patchwork quilt. There's just like occasional win, draw, loss, occasional win. That is not good enough, and I can't see us with the squad we've got and our coach. That's all we're gonna do. You can kiss goodbye to the playoffs. And I was just, I wouldn't say frustrated last night. I was more angry of how bad that each and every one of them players were. They could not give a SHIT. You could not give a monkey's chuff. Well, I better go because I'm about to pick up here. So we'll catch you guys later. And I'm sorry it's all negative stuff and that, but what else can I do? What else can I say? We're just absolutely awful. Well, so we'll see you later, guys, and I'll be interested in reading your comments below. See what you like, see what you say, and I'll respond to them if I can. Okay, we'll see you later.